into battle cruisers, there is a window of time where if you transfer all your minerals and your resources into battle cruiser production, you can be in danger because of less tanks, less Goliaths, less everything other than battle cruisers. So I'm not sure how smart of an idea this is. C is in the advantage, I think. He is around 5 bases, I would say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases to 4 bases. And he has had those bases up and running a lot longer than Nada's bases. And really, he has the whole map, is the thing. He has secured 3/4, no, maybe 2/3 of the map now. He's created a turret line that prevents any dropships. He's created this tank line that prevents any tank movement. Although these dropships have gotten in and are creating some damage, and Nada is approaching with his vultures and tanks right now. Mines will go off. Mines will take down both those tanks actually, but dropships are out for C as well, and C has some tanks coming for reinforcement. They won't be able to walk in towards Nada's tanks though. That bridge is both, it's a double-sided dagger, I guess. Nada, or C won't be able to mine from that location anymore, but he does have so many more bases, and right now he's just established the 3 o'clock base, so he's running off of a lot of bases. I think 5 still. It would have been 6, but now he's been forced to lift his CC. But really, this map is running out of resources. I don't think there are any other open expansions. Maybe a mineral only, but minerals don't really matter in Terran v Terran. And Nada really needs to find his expansion of his own. Find an expansion of his own. These 2 dropships of Nada with vultures. Nada's vultures, we will see some interesting vulture play here. He's mining up that area just so that no reinforcements can come. Those dropships will go down to that wraith, and these vultures are doing a lot of damage at that 5:30 o'clock position. They're taking down all those SCVs. Even though that SCV did a wonderful moonwalk, it won't live. The vultures were not impressed enough to let it live. Those tank reinforcements from C will not be able to do anything. His C shake almost goes down. No, nice shot. Nice target fire by, or attack move. Attack move could also do that by C. And Nada is doing quite well with these vultures. I feel like he should have done this a lot earlier, to be honest. Gotten just 1 or 2 dropships and, you know, built some vultures. You really end up with so many minerals as Terran v Terran because you really don't use it as much as gas. And you have minerals available for turrets, for vultures. I think that's a nice investment that C actually used with his minerals. He put down a lot of turrets so that dropships wouldn't be able to come where he didn't expect it to. And Nada is trying to drop. C drops on these unexpected tanks. All those tanks go down. I think both players suffered from that mine. And Nada is dropping at this 9 o'clock position. He will be able to harass it, but C is harassing the 12:30 yet again, and he might be able to take down the 12:30 now. He does take down this 12:30. I think he will be able to. He has so many tanks there right now. Nada is trying to reinforce that location, but C is sieged, and I don't think Nada can really do anything from here. Battle cruisers are out for C. He'll be able to, I don't know, affect some damage with it because Nada really doesn't have that many Goliaths right now. I don't know if Nada knows about this tech switch. She's probably been satting all sorts of expansions right now. You really end up not having enough energy to, well, scan the opponent's base as often as you would like because you really want to find out where all the expansions are and take down those expansions, be able to counter those expansions. And those vultures finally go down for Nada at the bottom of the base where his vultures have harassed, I think, the 5:30, the 5, and the 7. Nada will be able to drop a few more tanks and Goliaths and stuff at the 12:30. He does retake it, but I'm not sure. I think his command center went down because there were a lot of Goliaths and he wouldn't have been able to lift off and save the command center. This might be a problem with Nada. Nada's forces don't have that many Goliaths, and he wasn't even able to take out any command centers at the locations where he harassed. He had mainly tanks and vultures, so the 9 o'clock positions, the inside and outside 9 o'clock positions, are still safe. C still has those command centers there, so that is a critical error, I think, by Nada. Nada is trying to establish that position by the inside 9 o'clock. I think he'll probably be taken out soon because C does have those dropships already, both players do have around 4 dropships. Nada is approaching right now. I don't know if he can just attack move through this. There are mines there, and Nada retreats. I think that was a good choice. But battle cruisers are out now, and I don't think 4 Goliaths are enough. 5 Goliaths will not be enough for these two. Well, I guess they are. Never mind. Terran boosters are upgraded, so Nada should be fine there for now. But battle cruisers can be repaired. If you don't kill a battle cruiser when you first see it, it'll come back to haunt you for the rest of your life. That's right. So that might be a problem. Nada is now floating over command center. Wow, he hasn't even established this position, but now he will. He has those vultures, he has those dropships. He needs to unload those dropships. I guess he did already. Those tanks might not be able to take out these last tanks. He isn't in siege position. Maybe he'll be okay. There are 2 battle cruisers though, and Nada just doesn't have the Goliaths to deal with this. I don't know. He can't, or I guess he just has landed regardless of whether or not he had that 9 o'clock inside position established. But Nada really does need to take bases right now. He's running at approximately, I think he's run out of minerals and gas probably too at the top left position and the 11 o'clock and the 11:30 o'clock. And he's probably running low on the 12:30 clock too. These battle cruisers will just clean up these forces, and this will be so bad for Nada because he is just running. He's getting gas starved, and he really won't have enough to keep up production. He has so many vultures right now, but not enough tanks. He really needs some tanks. I know that Nada is brilliant with his vultures, but he can't just win with vultures and mines, regardless of what people say. Regardless of how magical his vultures are. There are 4 Goliaths against these 3 battle cruisers. Those battle cruisers do retreat. They're probably damaged a bit. But they did take out the refinery, so Nada won't be having a lot of gas. This is so dangerous. Now C has pretty much all of the map, and he's just retaking those 9 o'clock positions. Nada doesn't have anywhere to go. Nada has been relegated to the top part of the map for most of the game. C has done quite a good job with this. He has had positioning advantage the whole game, and now he has battle cruisers to boot. And these battle cruisers will probably take down those Goliaths, and they're retreating now, probably because they need to be repaired. It's still not exactly the best idea to approach just attack move, even if you have battle cruisers. I know in a lot of fastest games, everyone masses battle cruisers, but they're not actually as strong as you need to unless you have a whole stinking fleet of battle cruisers. I think C is now approaching with both dropships, and he's approaching the 12:30 position. He might be able to land here, although that would be a terrible idea. There are so many mines. Good job by Nada putting those mines, just denying those dropships to unload their drops. But C does have that veritable fleet of battle cruisers now, and really this 12:30 position is probably all the gas that Nada has right now. Everything else, you can see on the minimap that those teal areas are completely gone for Nada, and Nada GG's. Good game by C. C has done very well. As expected, he is actually an incredible Terran player. He just hasn't been showing as well in individual leagues. But we still have hope for him. I hope C does well in the individual leagues. Good game. By the way, please do suggest what games I should commentate on, because I actually just picked this out of a hat. I just saw the names Nada and Seed and decided that this might be an interesting game. And it wasn't that bad, I think, but there are games that people would probably prefer over this, and I'm just not sure which ones they are. So those of you who watch Raw AVIs and have seen the Korean commentated games, please do suggest any exciting games that you really want me to commentate on. I'll probably only be doing single games from now on, seeing as my finals are right around the corner. Yes, I haven't taken finals yet. So please do suggest them for me, and please do keep giving me suggestions, comments, criticisms. I love them all. Also, if you haven't noticed, I believe this account is actually old enough to be a director's account, so I will be uploading these in single matches. They'll be like 26 minutes long because Terran v Terran games are just so freaking long. So yeah, please do leave me suggestions, and Happy New Year to everyone. Thanks.